Okay, so Trike build report number 3. There was an earlier report number 3 I put on YouTube, but I decided to do it better. The camera orientation was causing an issue. I put it on landscape. Anyway, so that's what we've done at the back. Just got the wire in and everything. You see some clips coming up here. Remove the cable here and put the trailer connector up there. Obviously, just to reiterate, second fuel tank's going there with a crossover pipe coming round here, and that is the overflow from the gearbox, and I'll build a little triangular catch tank in the corner here and glue that in again to avoid going through the powder coated frame. Now overnight what I've decided, had a long discussion with Alan yesterday, again long phone calls, basically to do a soft bit 4/7 type hood where you just get a piece of fabric coming across to the top of the screen to there, nothing, you know, just basically stop the rain coming down. So the way I'm thinking of at the moment is pick up a flat bar from the seatbelt mounting, come round in a curve, come up through the body, well, go from a flat bar here to a round tube, come up through the body and cement that in a round tube and make it flush with the bodywork, so I can just basically put a pole down, and then we'll have a, see if we can get it so you can see, then basically we'll have a loop up around here that's takeable down in 2 parts, slots into the middle, and then you get the canvas that comes round and attaches to the front of the frame in the sort of standard triking method. So that will keep, you know, basically the rain off. So all you'll see when it's not up is the 2 holes here, and again I'll put some sort of cover, most likely a sort of a bung, or I'll make up something anyway that looks quite nice to go in there. Might make a bit of a feature of it, an aluminium that just pops in or something. So that's the plan there. So obviously can't do anything with that until I get the body welded in. Yeah, cool. So what we got up here is we've got the battery box basically down here, if you can see that. So I built all this up, so battery goes in there, all held in. So all the wires, all the joints, so that's going to be sort of the jointing point, so that can be an absolute mess within the bounds of reason. Also going to, there's the isolator. What I'm also going to do is utilising, let's come to these little gadgets here, a bit bulky, but they're remote posts for the battery, which I will mount down here. I know this is overkill, but it'll be just sort of nice to have these down here where you can go straight into the battery. Most likely never use them. I know I could take the bonnet off and use that for the negative and the chassis, but if you're trying to jump your car, if it doesn't start, you know, especially this sort of thing that's left a little bit, even with battery tenders on, sometimes you need to jump it. Anyway, what else we got? We got the lid for the battery box here. Basically, there you go. It's got the ECU and the fuse box, and that just basically goes in that orientation. That's for the battery cables, and you can see that's slotted in, and then the connector is actually on there, so that slots in, and so it comes out. There's all the wiring and everything there. Cut down the top of the gear lever. I don't know whether you can see that. Whoa, yeah, just about there. Just to neaten it up. And here's the toolbox. The only thing I haven't done yet is, which I'll again glue in a tube coming up, about a 1/2 inch tube coming up just through here, so you can put the cable down. And it's a bit awkward, but you can get in here to make any adjustments, or you can always take the bolts out and just raise the back up a little bit, the back of this up. So this will be cut out, you know, and tools will be laid in here. I had this at first, didn't like this bit, so what I'm going to do here is cut that off here, just round that off here, and then again when the body's in, I'm going to basically seal this in. What I normally do is build up a balsa, done this before, just a balsa wood insert in there, and then just set it back slightly, and that could just be tacked in, and then put the fiberglass matting on, and then just body filler over the top to finish it off rather than gel coat, and then that could be sprayed in. So there's nothing there that will get in the way. Now the wipers have caused a problem because of, you know, getting access to the back here, so I'm going to take Alan's advice there and put a sort of a 4 or 5 inch inspection hole in the top of the glove box there. I'll get that drilled neatly before I bomb the body in, just easier to drill a hole down and try and get up, you know, later from underneath. There's the bulkhead, just to see there, put a bulkhead in, so you know everything's neat and tidy. Got the cables running down in between my airbox. Just to reiterate, this is the mods I had to make. I made this up originally just without the car, so I scaled off everything from photographs, you know, people's photographs on the website, on the forum. Just waiting for longer cable a little bit. It's very tight this side, and I want it a little bit looser this side, just so, you know, just make it so when the bonnet's on, obviously all you see is the cable coming out here. And again, there's the cable, the wiring loom cable, and you can see down there, if you can, we've just got a single connector down there. You just got a difficult to see, just like you see there. So a single connector there that will go through the bulkhead. So if I need to take the engine out, all I need to do is take this out, disconnect the connectors, pull that out, and then the whole of the engine wiring loom comes out with the engine, so don't have to disconnect anything. The cable, I've waterproofed it, but it's pretty well waterproof in there. Cool. It's the airbox. Somebody asked about the bonnet. I haven't got the bonnet on. I'll do that next video. But the bonnet comes about 2 mil above here. That's pure luck. That bung is just to get to the rail for the throttle mechanisms down here. Just have to undo the bolts just to get this out, because underneath here, right in underneath there, is the oil separator box. So that sort of fits underneath the rods for, you know, the throttle rods. So that's a bit awkward getting out. I've decided not to do PT3s, etc. So I've got what I call a snake oil kit. Basically, this is one of the resistors that you know, fall the air temperature to the ECU, but this is the more sophisticated one, sold by Gutsy Bits, and they seem to be a very reliable company. Read up about it. It's not the normal eBay crap. So, you know, basically you've got a little box of electronics there, and inside I've got a air temperature gauge, so that temp reduces, you know, tells the ECU instead of 60 degrees it's 40 degrees, so that richens up, and it's meant to only use beyond on the acceleration and things like that. So how that works, I don't know, but Gutsy Bits seem to be very you know, very okay that that's going to work okay. But we'll give it a try for 99 quid. Otherwise, I was starting to get up to PC5, send off ECUs to America, da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. You know, yeah, just complex, and I couldn't see the point. This is not built as a super fast car. This is built as a sort of a cruiser. Cool. I think that's it. So I shall just crack on today, and maybe the next video will be in a week or so's time, when I've got all the fuel pump mounted and I've got the tank built. I've just finished off the toolbox, got all the tools mounted, you know, things like that. So when there's something a little bit more substantial, the next time I do a video, I'll put the bonnet on so you can see the relationship with the bonnet. Okay guys, cheers now. Oh, thank you for all your kind comments about how much you like the video, so I shall carry on, as people seem to like it. Sorry, it's amateur town and it's wobbling around, but I've got nobody else to hold the camera, and I always find people who put it somewhere you never see things. Alright, cheers now.